I believe that any musician or any band has to have a philosophy. Otherwise, what will I give to them? What will they receive? Only singing without saying nothing, getting clap and money, that was never my objective. So I always try to make my music larger than life. Whatever I have done in my life, it's based on my experience, my struggle, my hardship in life. I was not from a family who were well off. One thing about me is I never gave up on things. I keep trying. If it not happens, then I accept it, but I don't give up.
Long take. We are in a studio in the middle of Dhaka. Can you tell me a little bit about the studio? Where do we sit here, Sumi?
So this is a Kokil Studios, Dhaka. This is spring of music. We produce all kinds of music here. We spend our times here. Whenever we feel sorry, we feel sad, we feel joy. We celebrate everything here in this studio. And I am Sumi. I am the lyricist, composer, and vocalist, and manager, and whatnot from the band Chirkutt, which is known as global Bangladeshi band.
So, Sumi, you are not just in brackets a singer and a musician. You're also an organizer of things. You are running this studio. Is this a necessity as a singer and a musician in Dhaka to do a lot of different things? Or is it just something you like to do? Or is it a must? You cannot just sing.
If you ask me particularly, for me it's a must. But I think this is a common struggle for musicians globally to survive only on music, And it's truly a hard job. And even when you do a band, it gets even more difficult. So I do music more than 25 years or more. And I did this studio. It's 1.5 years old, right? Beside this, my profession is advertising. So I have an office named Salt Creatives, where we do big ideas, strategies for brands and everything. And currently we started working for climate change and using music as tool. So this is a very complementary job. So my agency and this studio, we collaborate for bigger reasons, bigger purpose for music. So if I wouldn't have this studio, it would have been difficult for me, the job I want to do as I want to do, So that's why I have given this setup so that we can do lots of things. And I believe that doing music, it's not about only music. It's about a lifestyle. Music is a lifestyle, So I always try to make my music larger than life. Not only write lyrics, make tunes and sing and okay, we are done. So it's more than that. So that's why in all aspects, yes, for me, my studio is necessary. It's a necessary for me. It's not a luxury for me.
So music should be larger than life. That's really a beautiful sentence or a thought or a vision. As a singer and a creator and also as a woman, I guess also you are important and influential in certain ways for people in Bangladesh. Is this a role that you are aware of, or that you are afraid of, or that you think is important for you?
It is, of course, important, but I enjoy it. I love my music. I love everything about music, making, reaching my audience, talking to my audience, appreciation, criticism, everything. So somehow with my band Chirkutt, we have been able to reach a bigger crowd, a bigger audience, where our philosophy is well accepted. So I believe that any musician or any band has to have a philosophy. Otherwise, what will I give to them? What will they receive? Only singing without saying nothing and getting clap and money, that was never my objective. My music has been always purposeful. My band Chirkutt's age is 20 years now. We have always tried to sing for humans. Like in COVID, we have made 7 songs so that people get motivated. We have made songs for the doctors who have been in a very vital role to motivate them. We have created music for children, as there was no school, no friends, no nothing. And it was a completely new scene for everybody to adopt. So since we have studios, we took that advantages. We made songs for everybody. And people were so motivated at the time. In COVID, we have initiated a project through Facebook, because our Facebook page is big now. So I thought that we can use this as tool as well. So we asked people to sing in front of their window, rooftop, or balcony, through where light enters into the room. The name of the project was the Songs of Light, because everybody was in the home. They had nothing to do. They were not seeing the lights. So my idea was that, no, you have light through window, through rooftop, and through balcony. You have lights in your house. So hold that light in your heart and sing. Sing in front of rooftop, balcony, and send us the song. We will publish the song in our page. So as people like Chirkutt, so they were so excited that, okay, our songs will be published there. And you wouldn't believe, Thomas, over thousands of songs of all ages kept coming. And our email got stuck with songs from all over the world.
Beyond Bangladesh even.
Yeah. Bangladeshi, of course, but all over the world. So, and then we kept publishing the songs one after another, and people were like, so everybody was getting motivated. A mother is singing with her daughter, a father with his son, and friends are singing at the rooftop. So this kind of purposeful work through my music, I have always done. Through that journey, our recent project is Nodi Rocks. This is I was telling you before this session.
You should not say. It's like I heard it the first time now.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. It's not,
So continuing all these things, recently, for last 5 years, I have been trying to do something for the climate change, as we are seeing what is happening throughout the world. In Bangladesh, everything has changed. The weather, the rivers, the forest. We can see the impact of our own deeds, right?
yeah, and Bangladesh is in a really difficult position in climate change.
Yes,
in one of the countries with
absolutely,
big danger.
And this is the time, if we don't act, if we don't start thinking or start acting the right thing, we would suffer. We don't know what will happen. So I was thinking what can be done that can create resonance, real resonance. So that time I thought of a big idea of doing a bank of nature.
A bank of nature.
A bank of nature.
What does a bank mean?
That bank will be full of music for birds, for ocean, for forest, mountains, rivers, so that our young generation, they get inspired listening to all these songs, so that they start loving our nature and its components. And if you love somebody, you cannot harm them. So that is my core objective. So I designed this Bank of Nature thing that I really want to do globally, where people from all ages, from all corners of every corner of the world, will deposit their songs, the bird they love, the ocean they love, the tree they love, the river they love. And there will be one song for each river, each bird, each ocean, and everything. So this would be the bank. And you imagine at the end of the year how many songs will be deposited there if everybody. For this song, you certainly not have to be a musician. Anybody can sing. Like suppose I like crow, suppose. I will sing for crow.
Can you sing for a crow? Do you have an idea?
Yes, we have a song for the crow.
Could you? Are you ready to sing for the crow?
It's a love song, where I say that even the crow knows that I love you. You are in my heart. So this song is like this. এই শহরের কাকটাও জেনে গেছে আমার মনটা তোমার মনে পড়ে আছে এই শহরের কাকটাও জেনে গেছে আমার মনটা তোমার মনে পড়ে আছে. It's like this.
Beautiful.
Yes, so that was my objective, which I have been working on for last 5 years, but somehow, I can do ideas, but I don't have money to do all these things. I'm a very poor musician from Bangladesh. So whatever you want to do from heart, it happens sometimes. It may take time, but it happens. So last year, one day, from Swiss Embassy, they called me, and he was also Thomas. First called me Lubnapa, and then she introduced me to Thomas. So I and Thomas had a 5 minutes meeting. So Thomas was saying me that, do you have any idea? You want to do something? And as a woman entrepreneur, you are doing so many things. And I placed the idea that, okay, because that time I could sense that big idea, the idea of bank, that would be difficult for them. So small idea from that, Nodi rocks, it means river rocks, river rocks. One song for each river in Bangladesh. That was the idea. And the songs will be, the music video shoot will be at the river, respective river, by the bands of Bangladesh, so that the young generation get motivated and they know that how many beautiful rivers we have. And seeing this river, if they feel love, that was our objective. If they love, they cannot harm rivers, they cannot pollute the rivers. And when they will be in the position of decision making, they will be empathetic, you know. So, and then Thomas said that, okay, let's do it in 5 minutes. You know, I have been working for 5 years and it happened like 5 minutes. So that was a very magical moment for me, and I shared with my boys and they were so happy that, and we contacted the bands and everybody. So everybody in the...
Here we are after the power cut.
Power cut. So when this project starts, the Swiss ambassador and the whole team, they own the project. My Salt Creatives team, my Kokil team, my band, Chirkutt, and all the bands, I would say, they gave their heart to it. Because everybody loves river, you know. It seems that everybody was waiting for this to happen. So we took 2 months to produce 7 songs in the name of 7 rivers of Bangladesh. And people loved it like anything. And then we wrapped it up, the season 1, with a big concert named Nodi Rocks concert, where almost over 5,000 crowd came, young generation, young people. They sang for the rivers. And we were trying to give the message to our river, which we call mother here, that, see mother, your children are singing for you, your children never forgets you. You will flow like you want. So many things happened, and Natalie came and everybody came. And honestly, with this...
Natalie is the ambassador.
Yes, our honorable ambassador from Switzerland Embassy, Natalie Chouard. We cannot end telling about her contribution to the... She was never like an ambassador. She was like a friend for us, a guide. All the time she inspired. And even at 3 a.m. she wrote, what is the situation of the concert? How is it happening, or is that thing okay? She was all the time there. This support was very vital for us to run the project, you know. The parents of the crowd in the concert, they brought their parents in the concert. Can you imagine? But it was not a normal scenario, you know.
Yeah.
That means we have space, we have the necessity, we just need to do the right thing in right time.
Yeah, but I guess it's also a lot of work. You were saying about yourself that you're an entrepreneur. So it means you really have to work on many levels with a team to really bring something like this forward, to bring everyone on table,
yes,
to make something with an impact. I guess it's it sounds very nice now, but it's not so easy, and it's years of work, I guess, and maybe frustration sometimes.
Nothing is easy in this world. Nothing is easy. If we think that it's not easy, it will be always difficult. You know. So this is my philosophy, or my learning from my parents, maybe, that I never see things difficult. I always think that there's a way, there will be a way. If we want to do it from the core of our heart, if we feel our people or feel for our surroundings, or if we want to do good things, there will be a way. There will be difficulties, of course, for everything, everywhere. Even billionaires have difficulties. So if we focus on that, we cannot dream. We cannot do big things, With small things, small intention, good intention, we can make a difference. And that is the answer of your question, that, of course, maintaining so many people of different backgrounds and so many 2-3 organizations and association with many organizations, it's not easy, but it's possible. It's possible.
You were mentioning your parents. So if we go a little bit back in time, how did you start singing, or what is the first musical thing that you remember, or the first sound that you remember?
The first sound I remember, my father singing in very distinct notes. Because my father was a music lover. He was a, how can I say? So my parents, not only my father, my parents, I will be ever grateful to these two people, because whatever I am today, and whatever I learned in my life, the lessons and the big things, and how can I say, whatever I wanted to be because of them. Because my family was a musical family. My aunts, my uncles, all were musicians. And most importantly, the environment of my house was always musical and very easygoing, I never seen my parents talking about others. Oh, he's doing this, or no. It was a very positive environment in my home, And I have 7 siblings. We had not much money. We were not rich, but we were rich in values. I always think that, and I feel blessed for this, because my parents, the lesson they have given us, I don't think they gave it knowingly, but unknowingly, very naturally. Not to be impatient, to think big, dream big, be empathetic. So many things. It's not that I'm perfect. We have flaws. But intention is important. My father was an actor. I came from a very small town named Khulna.
How far away is that? Where is that situated?
It's a 200 and something kilometer, right? 200 plus kilometer. It's easier now because the bridge, Padma Bridge, that is here. So my father used to work in jute mill. Bangladesh was very famous for jute at one point. So my father was a purchase officer there. My mother was a housewife, and we used to live in a colony with lots of families. So it's very, we never thought of making money, rather than we were always, we used to think about doing good to people, when there was flood, we used to collect donations for people with our families and do good to people. If other families are suffering, we all used to go there and support them, and so our culture was like this.
Were they? What could one say? They were activists somehow.
Yeah, maybe from it was built in my family or me. I think it is activist not in terms of on the road, but we can die anytime. Today or tomorrow we can die. We just want to do good things for people. You can call it activist, you can call it anything. Right, but I see.
What did your father sing when in this
This
tune?
tune,
Was
no?
it like Beatles
Okay,
or
no.
or Bangla songs or folk songs or?
He used to sing old Bangla songs. Like I can remember one song. It was very distant. We used to, when my father started singing, we all looked at him, and he was like just like this. He was a fun loving. He was a man. He was the man. So that song was. I forgot the song. কি জানি রজনীগন্ধা হাতে নিয়ে বললাম চললাম this চললাম he used to sing like চললাম so this was we all used to laugh at him. So he was so
What does chollam mean?
Chollam means I'm okay. If you don't agree, if you don't accept me, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So leaving means chollam. So this was I forgot all the lyrics. So yes, it was my family. I whatever I am today, and I always say that the values very important. So that day, someone was asking me about in an interview that what should we do as this much of obstacles in our lives, especially for the women. So I answered that we have to stop glorify this obstacle. We have to focus on the positivity we have, the small things we have. We have to focus on it, because every time if you focus on, oh, I don't have this, we have these problems, the problems will eat you. So we have to stop thinking that way. Like in our office, this studio, it's not that we struggle every time, but we are full of life, If you stay here for 2 or 3 days, you will see the 5th floor office and this office. We can live. We know how to live. Rather than earn more money, we want to smile more. Of course, money is needed, but
you smile a
not
bit brighter when the money is in.
Yes, but not in the cost of happiness. So these are very important.
So how were your first steps then starting singing?
Oh,
with your father, correcting him?
Yes, maybe correcting him. Maybe that is the way. That was the way. I can remember I used to study in class 5 at the time. One of my brother's friend, he discovered that I can sing. So he took me to a teacher. In fact, he is my spiritual guru or teacher, Haruna Rashid sir. So sir tried to teach me, but I was not into, the systematic child. So I was like, no sir, I don't want to learn things. So then.
But this sir, just to ask, is what kind of music would he teach? Is that something like from folk music, or is it like the classical Indian music?
He tried for classical music first, because this is the base. But when he failed to teach me, so he told me that, okay, now you will teach them. If you don't want to learn, you have to teach them in the school. And I did that. I did that. It's not that the classical things, knowing them, but I always, from my childhood, I always used to think that other things are important too. How you talk to people, how you doing the music, and while you are doing the music, are you communicating with the people or your audience, and the gesture, and so all these things are very important. So I used to focus on those things. So I used to teach them in the school. And then sir, Harun sir.
It's an interesting move, though. The teacher said she doesn't want to learn, so she needs to teach. I never heard of this kind of move.
Oh yes,
it's either very smart or strange.
I think he is very smart. I think that was a very vital move for me. That leadership thing. So at the time, sir taught me 2 songs. One is Nuzrul Giti, another is a patriotic song. And
Do you remember them? Can you?
Yes, I remember. Of course. How can I forget those songs? So one was written by my sir and composed by my sir. That was a patriotic song. So that song was like this. That Shorori tur Bangladesh পাখি ডাকা গানের দেশ যতই দেখি সাধ মেটে না যতই দেখি সাধ মেটে না চোখের দেখা হয় না শেষ ঋতুর Bangladesh. So this was one song. And at the time, Notun Kuri, a very national level competition was happening in all the TV channels, BTV. BTV was the only channel at the time. So children from all over Bangladesh used to compete for this. And I, from Khulna, that small town, I got first with those 2 songs, and I came to Dhaka for the first time.
Wow, it must have felt troubling.
Yes, and my father, he brought me here with him. And one thing about my father, he was so childish. Whenever he found me like this, when I was succeeding and everything, he used to cry. No talk, no nothing. He used to cry, all the time. So I came to Dhaka, and at final competition, I kind of for little marks, I couldn't stand anything because I was suffering from fever, high fever that time. So that's how I started singing. And after that, when I got admission in Dhaka University, I came to Dhaka permanently. Then I kind of felt an urge from inside that I need to do music and I need to build a band. And I need to do music with a feeling of family, not commercially like today this musician, the other day the other musician, no. And from then I started the band.
What did you study at university?
International relations. So this is the...
And is it helpful till this day?
Oh, not really. It's very irrelevant, but somehow internationally connected. We are now connected internationally through music. It happens somehow,
So besides the studies, you started trying to find a band.
Yes, beside my study, I started doing my band. I started it in 2002. At first, the musicians were changing frequently because nobody believed that a girl can do a band, or it can be successful. They couldn't see the future,
Was it a more seldom thing then than it is now?
It's almost similar. It's not changed much because in Bangladesh, I think the 3 bands who are led by girls, you know. Not the scenes are almost similar, but people are inspired now, inspired more than other. So at the time, as I was facing so much of problems and I was struggling for my survival as well, my study fees and doing the bands, and I was teaching students at the time beside this band, and every time changing. So at the time I started writing lyrics.
How do you live? Did you live with friends or with a family? Or how?
Now?
No, back then.
Oh, back then, no. I used to live in the
Student.
university hall, women's hall. But first, when I came here, I used to live with my cousin for 5-6 months, and then I shifted into the hall, and that was a different. So that's how the music started, and the band.
But you remember it a bit as a struggle, or a big struggle, or back then to start this band.
It was big struggle for me. But I told you that I got the lesson from my family that obstacles are not everything. You can win it through your willpower, your hard work, and everything. One thing about me is I never gave up. I still don't give up on things. I keep trying. If it not happens, then I accept it, but I don't give up.
You know? Can you try to put in words? You're saying you never give up.
Yeah.
But maybe at this very moment, we are jumping 20 years forward.
Yes.
At this very moment, what might be your ultimate goal, dream, vision?
I have visions. I have dreams, of course, but all regarding my music, of course, mostly, and through my advertising, I want to tell stories more of human relations, climates, and I'm a storyteller through music, through advertising. I'm a storyteller, so I want to do more of these things, and whatever happened in my life, it was not well planned, you know. I see dreams, I try, but I was not well planned ever in my life.
You go like a river.
Yes, that is my strength. Maybe still today I don't plan, because we only can plan, but the execution depends on the Almighty. Whatever He or She allows us, we only do that. You know? So for me, it was the love for my job, love for my music, love for my advertising, love for my people. I care, love for my audience. Whatever I have done in my life, I try to do with so much of love and purity. That is the thing.
So we jump back. So then you started finding slowly your band.
Yes, finding slowly. So many people changed, and sometimes it was so hard that, I cannot do it anymore. Like this kind of. The next morning, I think that no, I can do it. And since I started composing the songs, I started writing the songs. So my confidence level was getting stronger. But I was never overconfident in my life, because I know that is the point the fall starts, you know. But so that time I started composing songs. We used to sing in university, different fields, rocks, day, night, I was singing. After teaching my kids, students, I came to the hall. I used to sing with different people and creating music. It was a different atmosphere. And I think Dhaka University has a big role in my life in the making of this Shumi today. You know, its environment, its positivity helped me a lot to survive, to fight against everything. And then I met my current band members, one of them, Imon and Pavel, in 2006 and 7. So till now we are together, Imon and Pavel. Imon is considered the best guitarist of this country. He is a multi-instrumentalist as well. He is now a composer for many big cinemas. Pavel is the producer. Pavel is the guy for whom I can make Chirkutt today. Pavel is our drummer, our producer, and our strength. Pavel is our strength. He is my big support. He has been always my big support for Chirkutt. So we three are together. And later Nirav joined, who plays keyboard, harmonium. But he is also a beautiful composer, guitarist, and he also play instruments. And later, Nawaz, he plays bass in the band, and Shagur Bhai, he's our sound engineer, and Emar Rana, he's our photographer for last 10-12 years. And we have a big family. You can see these two giant, what can I say, you boys? Nothing. Two giant nothing.
There's two people here. If you hear some breathing, there's two other people, and we are four in this in this studio.
Yes.
And we have a new noise. We have some new noises here that we try to filter out. It's the computer
it's because of power cut, maybe. Turned off. Maybe power cut.
I think it's not too bad. It's like
it is adding some.
It is almost never perfect.
Yeah.
Even the heat is still okay, more or less, huh? Or do you want that?
No. It's perfect now.
Still
it's
okay
perfect
for
now.
a second.
So Chirkutt has a big family now, and I don't believe that since God has blessed us with a position that people listen to us, hear us. As you know that for last 10 years, we have been performing in globally international festivals like South by Southwest, Jaffna Music Festivals in India Week, and so many festivals, and in UK, Australia, Norway, USA, and Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and everywhere.
You performed before Scorpions. Is one in the media.
Yes,
it's one of the biggest highlights.
That was. I still can't remember. Honestly, I still can remember that a girl from a small town who just started a band, and that band played in Madison Square Garden, mighty Madison Square Garden, and with Scorpions, and most importantly, at the 50th years of Bangladesh, celebrating your motherland's biggest achievement. So these three things made it so big for us, a band like Chirkutt. I don't know how much gratitude I can show to the God, to the Almighty for this, honestly. I think we are blessed. Our parents, we are blessed by our parents, our audience, and everybody. So
now the noise is gone.
Okay.
After the blessings.
Blessings helped us.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess also from your story, what I'm hearing is there's always some key people, even though one is positive and tries to do step by step, there is always some key people and maybe organizations that that help also to take maybe one bigger step forward sometime. Your father, the university, the Swiss Arts Council,
the Norwegian Embassy.
The Norwegian Embassy was also influential.
Yes, because when we published our band's age is 20 years, but we published our first album on 2010. And nobody knew us. And in 2012, there was a band coming from Norway in Norwegian Embassy. So Live Square, who has been doing the event, they have been looking for a good band, new good face band. And somehow they found us and they called us. We were like, wow. So that particular show with the Norwegian band in Bangladesh, Dhaka, changed our life, in fact. So we did so well at that concert that people were like, who are this band? And then from the embassy, they sent us to India in a big festival named India Music Week, where 50 artists from 17 countries came. So we went to India for the first time, and from that concert, seeing our performance, MTV India, at that time they called us. They called us and they said that you are an amazing band and we have seen your performances in YouTube. So we would love to play your songs in our channel, MTV India. So at that time, MTV India was huge in Bangladesh and in this subcontinent, you know. So we were like, what is happening with us boys? We don't know. It's like magic. And then Channel V, they interviewed us. We did all these things. And then Norwegian Embassy sent us to Sri Lanka in another festival named Jaffna Music Festival. We did 3 concerts there, one in Jaffna, 2 in Jaffna, 1 in Colombo. That was also, it was blast, and people like, oh, you are a band, what a band, like this kind of things. And then Norwegian embassies took us to Norway in 2013 for a big tour with our soulmate band Casa Murillo. This band is very close to our heart. Casa Murillo. So we, Chirkutt and Casa Murillo, did 6 concerts in 6 cities of Norway in 2013. And this whole thing was coordinated by my sister in arm, Solveig Koram, and their manager, Eivind Fednes, Casa Murillo's manager. And whenever we went anywhere, we always tried to make a new song, collaborate a new song with 2 languages, you know. So in Norway, we created a new song. This song was composed by Casa Murillo, and we sang the Bangla part, our language part, and they sang the English part. We recorded it live, and it sounded so well, the 2 bands. It's on YouTube. You can check this. The name of the song is Trams and Empty Streets. And at the time, in 2000...
Trams and Empty Streets.
Yeah, Trams and Empty Streets.
Why was it that? What was it about?
Because Casa Murillo wrote this song because that time so many homeless people were there, you know. So seeing their sufferings and everything, they wrote the song. So far I know. And then they composed the song.
How did Norway feel to you? Did you see also these people on the street?
Yes.
And how did this
I've
feel?
I've seen these people everywhere, in USA even, everywhere.
Was it something like coming from Bangladesh? Maybe did you have different expectations from Europe and the US?
Oh, yes. Because the picture we see here and the picture there are not the same. It was a mismatch. So we always termed like, oh, you are the third world country, you have only the poor people, but we have seen in USA, European countries that so many people are homeless, so things are quite a bit different. yeah, so then after Norway, it was all the concerts were so successful, and all were ticket shows. That was a new thing for us, that people are buying ticket for a band.
How did you deal with popularity and fame
That time or this time?
back then when it suddenly happened?
We never took it to our head that we are popular or anything. We just enjoyed our music. We just enjoyed performing. That is all. Still today, we do these things. At least I can say about me that I enjoy performing. I enjoy creating music. I enjoy communicating my audience. I own them. So this is important for me.
And if people start recognizing you, first suddenly they recognized you on the street, what was that?
Yes.
A bit difficult or nice or?
This is nice. People are, you don't have any connection, blood connection or any connection, and they are sending you, they are drawing your picture, they are loving you, they are sending good wishes, and they are saying that. I can remember in one concert in Bangladesh, 80 years old person sent his daughter to our concert to send his greeting to us. This was the moment I always waited for in my life, touching lives through our music. What else we want? These popularity, we are big, things that never, for me at least, that never worked ever. So, yeah, and then later the international scenes. Then we used to play. In Indian President House. We used to play in South by Southwest Austin. Then in so many festivals in India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, England, Australia, and then finally the Madison Square Garden. It happened.
As an artist and a creative, I feel that many people also need sometimes the space to find the inspiration to write song lyrics. While you are doing many things as an entrepreneur and everything that you talked about, which I'm sure is also very, you learn a lot, is inspiring. But taking the time, is that might this be one of the problematics that you face in doing so many things?
I made it easier. I can do it even while we are talking. I can write a song.
Oh no, you're talking to me and writing a song in your
I can
back
do
of
it
the
because
head.
I have designed my life like that. Because my life always has been like, it was always on survival mode. And till today, I have to ensure my survival. People think that, they are big band. But I don't know. For me, whatever you are seeing, one is, of course, I love music, I do music, but I cannot live on it. I have my family, I have my people in my office, my studio. So I have to survive with all of them. So I have to do so many things. Then I find a way, how can I do so many things at a time? So then I found out my USP. I have to be fast, so fast that I can do it all. And they see all the time that I can write, like this Nodi Rocks project. 7 songs I wrote in 2 days, right? In 2 days, the 7 songs. Then I keep fine tuning. Every time it has to be better. So that is my one secret. I am expressing in front of you today, that doing things fast is my USP to do so many things together.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can talk forever, but I also don't want to take
because
so much time from you. But I don't
no,
know.
I have talked so many things. I think
Yeah,
because the similar people, when I get similar mentality people, I keep talking. It feels
I
lighter.
have the same, and I think that's the strength. That can become the strength of these discussions because I mean it depends always, but usually because I also do creative work, usually it gets like this, and I also find it super interesting, So I also I would keep wanting to ask, but I also don't want to.
No, it's very interesting to get to know new people, new thoughts every time because it's a give and take things. You take something from here, I take from something from you. And I always say that among all these things, we have to easy our life because so many complications are already there globally, war and everything, human relationship and everything. You find difficulties everywhere, right? So nowadays, my only goal is keep life easy and simple. Keeping life easy and simple.
What do you hope for the next generation of Bangladeshi growing up now? Of the young people in Bangladesh, creatives maybe in Bangladesh, maybe women?
I'm very much hopeful about them. They will change everything. I believe that they will, because they think differently. They don't complicate things. They're a bit impatient, but I think that is because of their age. But they are very focused, honest, and very enthusiastic. They take things positively. They don't they don't complicate. I'm really hopeful about our next generation. They will change things, inshallah.
That's a final word, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank a lot,
Thank
Shumi,
you so
for
much.
the talk.
Thank you so much, Thomas, for having us, for having me in front of your microphone.
Yes.
And hope you are enjoying your stay here in Bangladesh. And we have a lot more to discuss.
We will discuss more in the future.